salon beauty can be hit or miss, but these are the top rated products for fall 2025 that thousands upon thousands of people swear by. Makeup, skincare, hair care, and fragrance. I'll show you the $30 perfume that should cost $300. Okie dokie, the first section of products we're going to unveil are the brows that don't budge. If you're like me, you have tried many brows in the past to get that perfect soap brow lamination effect and have failed tremendously. NYX has come out with several different brow products to make this happen, but they have failed every single time until they came out with the NYX Brow Glue. As stated, has crazy lift. Bought this on the fly, did not anticipate it to work, but boy, does it work. Undeniably, holy grail, truly could not be easier to apply. Most of the products in the past require a spoolie, require you to get the soap substance wet. This is a 2-in-1, all-in-one package. All you're going to do is squeeze the tube until you can see the glue oozing out. Then you're going to brush your hairs the opposite direction. This is very key. Do not skip this step. Brush them up in the normal direction. Flip it over to the smooth plastic, lock them in, laminate them in. They will not budge. You will definitely get your money's worth and end up using the entire tube. Now we can shape our brows, we can make them look great, but oftentimes, if not every time, you have to fill them in. This is another new guy on the market that works incredibly well because it has a state-of-the-art applicator. Maybe a little scary, but I promise you it's not intimidating whatsoever. We have the L'Oreal Faux Brow Tint Pen. The end of this pen really isn't a pen, but a 2-prong applicator. This is how you're gonna get those really thin, lifelike brow hairs on your eyebrow. If you're guilty of having a blocked-in brow, this is going to help you in many ways. All you're gonna do is place the 2 prongs at the bottom of your brow and flick upwards to create those natural hair-like strokes. Make sure you give it a good shake before you apply it. Amazon's dupe for other high-end brow pens on the market. Brows are great and dandy, but we also need a flawless base. And Amazon has some of the best products to do that. You guys have likely heard of Tirtir before. They are really famous, especially on TikTok, for that red compact with the cushion pad. Glide and hide concealer. If you're familiar with Tirtir, their products are rooted in Korean skincare and beauty. Only mention that because they work very well with your skin and the formulas are very cutting edge. With this concealer, you are not having to pick between a stick or a liquid because you get both. The top has a lipstick-like applicator and the bottom has a liquid formula. Not only do you get a 2-in-1, but this allows you to really be subjective on what type of blemishes or areas you're trying to conceal or highlight on your face. Because the stick is more condensed, I encourage you guys to use this over any acne spot or sunspots, while the liquid version is going to be a lot better in your under eye area because it's lighter and more fluid. Also really easy to take this on the go, blendable, smooth, and crease resistant. Now obviously we need a foundation to pair with our concealers, and Tirtir gave us a fabulous foundation with their Mask Fit Red Foundation. Gorgeous bottle, semi-opaque with their classic red branding. This foundation is already super viral because of its amazing staying power. You've been on the hunt for a foundation that doesn't feel like a mask, but does give you really good coverage. This is gonna be your gal. The formula is smooth, it blends like a dream, and really does not feel like you're wearing anything at all, which if you ask me is exactly how a foundation should be. Bonus, it is great for all skin types, whether you're oily, dry, or combination. It manages to make your skin look absolutely radiant without turning into a greasy mess and, God forbid, giving you any dry patches. I don't think there's anyone out there nowadays that does not use a setting powder, and I have some favorites, but the one I'm going to share with you today is ultra affordable, is competitive to the viral, super super famous Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Powder, and that is where we get the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour blurring powder. But most importantly, this is going to be a brightening powder to hide the dark circles under your eyes, brighten them, lift them, make you look fully awake, rested. This is not your average setting powder that sits there and creases and cakes. This one is here to do the heavy lifting that more high-end versions are known for. Blends really, really well with your natural pigment and is what in fact does all the brightening power. A remarkable job at blurring out imperfections, softening any fine lines, and giving you that soft focus glow that might as well look like an Instagram filter. Now there's a lot of arguments on what is the best way to apply makeup products, specifically in the world of foundations. For someone that has pretty complicated skin and things don't go on smoothly, I will say a brush is always going to be the best tool to use for all your makeup products, if not your foundation at a minimum. That being said, some makeup brushes are better than the others, and the one I am sharing today that I have been using the last 6 months nonstop and has glowing reviews on Amazon is the BK Beauty Foundation Brush. This gives you pro level blending due to its soft bristles and gives you the easiest flawless base, because without your base, you've got nothing. Unlike others you have likely seen before, because it has this tapering on the brush, meaning you can smooth and glide it all over your face very easily. Now, BK Beauty is very famous for all their brushes, but I definitely think if you're gonna spend money on any kind of brush, make it be your foundation brush. You can skimp on the eyeliner brushes, the eyeshadow ones to a certain extent, but this is going to be the anchor when it comes to your makeup brushes. So we got the brows, we got the flawless base down, but now we are going to focus on setting and refreshing, making all of your makeup lock into place. We're piggybacking off of the last group, but we can even use this during the day to refresh everything. The L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting spray is the best of the best of the best. I know those of you out there that are equally obsessed with the One Size Setting Spray by Patrick Starr. This one is the exact same. Obviously it's a different tube and obviously it's way cheaper, but it does the same. What is loved by the One Size one and the L'Oreal one is that it has this hairspray formula, a very, very fine mist, meaning it settles in each of your crack and crevice of your face and disperses very easily. Promise you, none of your makeup will budge. Going to be locked in for a full day. And honestly, if you ended up sleeping in your makeup overnight, I'm sure it wouldn't even budge in that scenario. Now, when the makeup comes off and we are focusing on making our skin feel alive again and getting it back to normal and bouncy and just looking like we're not total zombie, we need some good under eye patches. Highly obsessed, highly rated Grace and Stella under eye mask. Now you're seeing 4 or 5 different colors here because they have different variations, which makes this really easy for you to target what concern you have. And they have multi-packs widely available, so if you can't decide, get a set with different ones to try. The blue one is going to be to illuminate your eyes. The bronze one is a revitalizing treatment. Then we've got a white one for firming, gold for energizing, and pink for moisturizing. Always take these with me when I'm flying just because my skin shrinks up like a raisin. So my go-to are definitely the pink ones for moisturizing. Feel so incredibly good on your eyes, very comfortable to wear. Plus their packaging is so cute and fun that you're gonna get a little dopamine hit every time you use these. Now that we've taken care of that, we need to pay attention to our strands, which is the section we are now introducing called the Hair Heroes. The best thing that I've harped about ever since I got the product and ever since I bought a Dyson is the T3 Aire 360 Blowout blowout system. Not enough people talk about this. If not, well, I never hear anyone talking about it other than me, and I'm not saying this to toot my own horn, but this works so much better than a Dyson. I don't even think I've used my Dyson more than 10 times because I got this shortly after and I was blown away how much more volume and how much longer my curls and waves lasted using the T3 system versus the Dyson system. This also has a much stronger suction to it, so you can get your hair done in actually a faster amount of time, going to make you feel like you have a personal stylist right at home. We don't have to struggle making our hair look beautiful. Pricey, but at least you're not gonna have any buyer's remorse. It seems to be the norm now that people everywhere have damaged hair that's splitting and cracking and falling off, and they just have no idea what to do. And this product, although I hated it, I have come to very much love it. If you had K18 on your mind, you were correct. Now, K18 is a difficult product to work with because you really need to focus on the balance of your hair, aka the protein amount and the moisture amount. If you've got too much of one or the other, your hair is gonna go whack, you're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna be stressed, and you're gonna give up like I did many times. The key to K18 is to use less rather than more, which is where you're going to get all the benefits that you want out of this and that you paid for, because this is a slightly more expensive product, but it's expensive because it works and the results are proven. Use this in the shower, put on a hair mask, which I'll get to later, to give you those moisturizing benefits. Your hair over time, especially if you just came from the salon and bleached your hair, the most damaging thing you could possibly do, help and heal your hair's integrity. So while we're repairing your hair on a molecular basis, we want to throw in all the hydration we possibly can. While there's many masks out there, the most affordable one I have found that really makes a difference is this hydrating Argan mask from Arvazallia. It works insanely well because it not only has dimethicone, it has amodimethicone. You know your dimethicones, these work really well individually or paired together, but amodimethicone is going to make your hair super smooth without creating nasty buildup. It makes your hair soft and silky and works as a fantastic overnight hair mask if your hair is literally on wit's end. If you have dry, damaged hair, your hair is going to soak this up and help your hair be much more manageable while improving its texture and its shine. So we've got the repair part, we've got the hydrating mask part, but now we need a really solid hair oil to seal everything up, because the worst thing you can do is put all these products in your hair and then not seal your ends. There are a lot of good hair oils out there. The Kérastase one is a true winner. Aesthetically, this is such a gorgeous bottle, but it is also significantly bigger than any of the other oils out there. This is not the hair oil that's just going to sit on top of your strands and make them feel janky and itchy. This one is pure gold. The formula is a luxurious blend of camellia, argan, and maize that deeply nourish, hydrate, smooth, and add an insane amount of shine without weighing your hair down. Use it before heat styling to style your hair, as a finishing product to add extra shine, or even as an overnight treatment for extra nourishment. A little goes a very, very long way. You won't have to buy 20 of the other ones that don't do you any favors. Every season, your skin goes through some purging and some natural shifts, which makes this the best time to invest in skincare staples. And I don't say investment to scare you off, because actually everything on this list is $30 and under. First thing I'm going to share with you is one of the most popular up and coming skincare brands, which is Medicube. They have these highly effective zero pore pads, AHA and BHA, to get the gunk out of your pores, slough away dead skin, give your skin a nice reset every time time you use them. These are a two-sided pad. They come with these little tongs on the top. Pick one out, use the ribbed variation to slough off all the gunk on your face. Flip it over and use the smooth side to act as a toner and to get those skincare ingredients into your skin to work their magic. I personally like using these at night, going to get all the extra impurities off of your skin, so then when you go in with your other skincare product, they can penetrate without any kind of film being left on your face, preventing them from taking action. Very, very competitively priced and works insanely well. A product that is very overlooked and entirely underrated is the CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. It is so lightweight while being ultra hydrating, which is nearly impossible to find. So if you're using several products on top of each other, such as a toner, a serum, and a moisturizer, this one is not gonna feel like you put a whole mask on your face and you gotta wait like 2 hours for everything to absorb and dry before going to bed. I also really like that this has a swivel knob, so you can turn it to open it and pump the product out, swivel it back to lock it up, so you're not getting any excess air into your skincare products to mess with the formula. A no fuss top pick. Skincare doesn't have to be complicated, and when it comes to finding a serum that gives you a huge hydration boost and makes all your other products go on very seamlessly, we have the L'Oreal Revitalist Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Come fall and winter, your skin is no doubt gonna be drier and begging for thirst. This one is insanely dewy, comes in this easy to use dropper. You only need 2 to 3 drops at a time to use before slapping on your moisturizers. You need a little bottle of magic that is all about giving you the hydration your skin needs while helping it look smoother and firmer without any of the hefty price tags. This is the time to not look at all the pretty packaging and the beautiful new arrivals at Sephora, because we want a cleanser that actually does the job, doesn't strip our skin, doesn't aggressively cleanse it, just makes it an easy process so we can get on with our lives. The Vanicream Facial Cleanser is also a dermatologist improved skincare product. It is very safe for sensitive skin. Your skin's been breaking out, if you feel like you're just not getting enough power, or you're just sick of doing all these double cleanses, you can get this and get it all done in one product. Super affordable, easy to use. You don't have to get all fancy cleaning your makeup and skincare off. You just need a really solid basic cleanser, help your skin looking clean and fresh. Now let's not forget the hidden little devil around our shoulders, no matter what age you are. That is the crepe monster. Having crepey, loose, dehydrated skin is not fun. You do not need to book a laser treatment at your med spa, because we have the Medix Retinol Body Cream. We really need a cream when we're going into the colder months. Age rewinder for you to smooth and firm your skin. Medix has a lot of great products, so you can often find these in a combo with a vitamin C one, an argan oil, collagen to really plump up your skin. Crepey skin isn't cute, and either is spending thousands of dollars on laser treatments. This is your retinol cream in a bottle to get you back to that youthful glowing skin we all want and deserve. I previously gave you guys some flawless face makeup products, but I'm going to give you now makeup mood boosters. If you are a huge fan of Charlotte Tilbury, especially her Pillow Talk lipstick, you are going to really love this because it's the same formula, but you know, way cheaper, obviously. The L'Oreal Satin lipstick, I'm afraid to show you because I've used mine so much. It's a little gross and crusty. Same shade, same finish, same feel as the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Still comes in a really beautiful gold casing. If worst case happens and you leave your lipstick somewhere, you don't have to go in crisis mode. All their lipstick shades are really beautiful, so you do not have to get the Charlotte dupe in the color Ferris Nude. These go on really smoothly and beautiful and give that satiny feel and finish, because at the end of the day, no one is going to look at you and think, I wonder if she has Charlotte Tilbury on, or Chanel, or L'Oreal. There's no branding on your lips after the product's gone on. If you've been looking for a really inexpensive eyeshadow palette that gives you all the colors you want and none of the ones you don't want, look no further than the ColourPop Deja Brew Eyeshadow Palette. These come in really fun colors such as salted caramel, crushed oats, good habit, brew me baby, pick me up, nutty for you. I'm gonna stop there. These have the perfect neutrals and highlighting colors you're going to use day in and day out. These are exceptionally well because we have 3 shimmering shades and then the rest are matte, so you can build upon a look. I really like this color for the inside of the eyes and then these as highlighting, but those are going to be more if you want a glam look. You can also use these to fill in your brows. I use the Brew Me Baby all the time to fill in mine, and the darker colors to line and edge your eyes. Foolproof, very friendly to beginners. Play around with them. They blend very easily and will not give you a headache doing your eye makeup looks. Not all of you, but many of you use false eyelashes. It is so incredibly important to find a lash glue that's not only gonna give you an eye infection, but is healthy for your lashes. They're thin, they're vulnerable. We wanna save as many eyelashes as we can in the process. So if you've been on the hunt, please look to the Kiss Strip Eyelash Adhesive. I put eyelashes on every time I film one of these videos just because I like to make my eyes pop a little bit. Do not have to worry about banging up my eyelashes when I have this glue because I know they're healthy ingredients that are going to protect them while also keeping my false eyelashes on. One is super reliable with many loyal fans. Liquid makeup has been having a very strong movement lately, especially when we saw those liquid lip stains that looked horrifying, but they worked. Similar, but also not so similar, is this cheek stain by Sacheu Beauty in the color I'm Guilty. Now I'm showing you this one in particular because oftentimes in the fall, people still like to use cream and liquids just because they're a little bit more hydrated and nourishing than powder products. But this one has the perfect rose beige color for the season. We do not want to do anything poppy. Works for all skin types, kind of like Orgasm, but the fall version, because the blendability is there and it's not going to stain your cheek before you get the chance to blend it out. Now this is a little bit of an in-between product, but very important for feminine hygiene. So this is gonna be your feminine hygiene pick. Dove Apple and White Tea Spray Deodorant. Dove deodorants are fabulous. They last very long. And we have the Apple one that is appropriate for fall. But if you have not used dry spray deodorants, let me tell you, you will no longer have those moments where you put on a shirt or a sweatshirt and then you have those horrible deodorant stains that everybody can see and they're not so easy to get out. Really lightweight, really pleasant scent without being obnoxious. Not only strong deodorants, but they have a very nice pick-me-up when you put them on. Who doesn't love a good smelling fall scent? The one thing I think we can all agree on when it comes to fall is cozy vibes, pumpkin smells, spices, and just this overall comfy, cozy aura of the season. So it makes sense to have a fragrance that emulates the fall vibe and season. One of the most highly sought after perfumes on the Amazon market is the Lattafa perfume. The bottle in itself is absolutely gorgeous. If you drink bourbon or whiskey, does this not look like a bourbon bottle? Yes, mimics the fragrances out there that are $300, $400, $500. The warm, spicy notes of this fragrance are predominantly cinnamon and vanilla. If you like more of a wood scent, they do have a wood version, or if you want added vanilla vibes, they have a vanilla version, but the classic is a classic for a reason. Plus, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous on your perfume table, your vanity. You're gonna feel extra special each time you spray it on. Just a quick reminder for you guys, these products are all gonna be found on my Amazon storefront, but keep in mind that they go on sale very, very, very frequently. So if you have one that you can wait a few days or a few weeks to get, put it in your shopping cart, wait for the price to go down. Amazon is notorious for doing this, and you can snag them at a few bucks off the original cost. Hopefully you guys are all geared up for the fall season and have found some lovely beauty picks to add to your basket, to incorporate into your beauty routine, to not only make you feel good and boost your self-confidence, but to make you look absolutely fantastic. But in the meantime, check out the other videos on my channel. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.